Waking up multiple times a night just to pee? It's not just frustrating, it's exhausting, and it's quietly draining your energy, sleep, and even blood sugar control. But what if three specific natural nuts could help calm your bladder, relax your nerves, and support the exact hormones that tell your kidneys to slow down at night? No medications, no side effects, just simple, science-backed nutrition your body already needs. In this video, I'll show you what those nuts are, how to use them with easy evening recipes, and if you stay until the end, I'll also share doctor-recommended tips that can help eliminate frequent nighttime urination for good. Don't miss it. First on list, pistachios. If you're waking up once, twice, or even 3 times a night just to urinate, you're not alone. And it's not just about drinking too much water. In diabetics and older adults, nocturia, or frequent nighttime urination, can result from a deeper mix of causes: irritated bladder lining, weakened pelvic muscles, fluid retention during the day, poor nerve signaling, and disrupted hormones that regulate sleep and urine production. What's the first nut that silently works on all of these root causes? Pistachios. Behind their vibrant green shell, pistachios are packed with bladder-soothing nutrients that not only reduce inflammation, but also correct fluid balance and promote deeper, uninterrupted sleep. Just 1 ounce of pistachios, about 49 kernels, delivers around 290 milligrams of potassium, which is 6% of the daily value. This natural electrolyte plays a powerful role in helping your kidneys excrete sodium efficiently, preventing fluid buildup in the legs during the day. One of the biggest hidden causes of nighttime urination. When you lay down at night, that fluid shifts upward and makes your kidneys work overtime. Pistachios help drain that excess before bedtime, easing the nighttime pressure on your bladder. Even more powerful is the magnesium content, about 30 milligrams per ounce, which helps relax bladder and pelvic floor muscles. Magnesium also soothes the nerves that trigger false bladder alarms. One reason many diabetics and seniors suffer from overactive bladder is because of nerve hypersensitivity in the detrusor muscle, the part of the bladder that contracts to release urine. Magnesium calms this response, improving bladder capacity and reducing those urgent wake-up calls. Pistachios also contain vitamin B6 and small but meaningful amounts of tryptophan, an amino acid that supports the production of melatonin, your sleep hormone. When melatonin rises at night, it indirectly boosts a second hormone called vasopressin, which tells your kidneys to slow down urine production while you sleep. In those with nocturia, this vasopressin rhythm is often broken. Pistachios help restore it, allowing the kidneys to pause and the bladder to rest, so you can enjoy deeper, longer sleep with fewer interruptions. What makes pistachios especially unique compared to other nuts is their high level of polyphenols and carotenoids, natural antioxidants that reduce inflammation in the urinary tract lining. For those with diabetes, this becomes even more vital. High blood sugar can irritate the bladder wall and kidneys, raising the risk of nocturia. By calming this low-grade inflammation, pistachios don't just manage symptoms, they address one of the root causes. Recent research supports this. Diets rich in magnesium and polyphenols, both found in pistachios, have been shown to reduce nighttime bathroom visits by up to 28% in older adults and help restore bladder control during deeper sleep phases. It's a quiet relief that builds over time. Exactly the kind of gentle, food-based healing that diabetics benefit from. To get the most out of pistachios, stick to 1 ounce per day, ideally consumed between 4 and 6 p.m. This gives your body time to adjust electrolytes before bedtime while supporting evening melatonin production. Always choose unsalted, dry-roasted pistachios to avoid excess sodium, which can counteract fluid balance. Want a calming pre-bed recipe that tastes like dessert but heals like medicine? Blend 1 tablespoon pistachios, 1/2 a ripe avocado, 1/2 cup unsweetened almond milk, and a pinch of nutmeg or cinnamon. This creamy smoothie is rich in potassium, magnesium, and sleep-enhancing healthy fats, making it ideal for diabetics with bladder sensitivity. Drink it slowly 1 to 2 hours before bed to promote relaxation without a glucose spike. A myth to bust here. Some people think pistachios make you pee more because they contain potassium. The truth? Potassium actually helps your kidneys filter efficiently, promoting daytime urination and preventing nighttime overload. When consumed wisely, pistachios work with your body's clock, not against it. Here's a fun fact. Pistachios are one of the few nuts that naturally contain resveratrol, the same antioxidant found in red grapes that supports vascular health. That means they not only help your bladder and sleep, but also reduce the strain on your heart and kidneys, two systems deeply affected by both diabetes and nocturia. So the next time you're struggling with broken sleep, don't just blame aging. Add pistachios to your evening rhythm and give your bladder the nutrients it's quietly been missing. Ready for the next surprising food that's rich in zinc and naturally supports pelvic muscle tone and hormone balance? Let's move on to pumpkin seeds, the second hero in our fight against nighttime urination. Second on list, pumpkin seeds. When it comes to nighttime urination, few foods are as underrated and as quietly powerful as pumpkin seeds. Though technically a seed, their nutritional and functional profile is so closely aligned with nuts that they earn their place in this top three. For diabetics, seniors, and anyone struggling with weakened pelvic muscles or disrupted hormonal rhythms, pumpkin seeds offer a precise blend of nutrients that strengthen bladder control, reduce nighttime urine production, and restore the natural sleep-wake cycle. At the heart of their power lies zinc, a trace mineral that is often deficient in people with diabetes, hormonal imbalance, and age-related urinary problems. Just 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds delivers 2.2 milligrams of zinc, which is 20% of your daily value. Zinc is essential for maintaining prostate health, rebuilding pelvic muscle strength, and regulating key hormones involved in urinary control. In men, zinc helps shrink and stabilize an enlarged prostate, which when swollen can pinch the urethra and prevent complete bladder emptying. That leads to those frustrating multiple nighttime wake-ups. In women, especially postmenopausal women, zinc helps stabilize bladder-supporting estrogen and tissue-healing functions that tend to decline with age. But zinc is just one pillar. The second is magnesium, and pumpkin seeds happen to be one of the richest plant sources on the planet, providing 150 milligrams per ounce, or 35% of your daily value. Magnesium relaxes smooth muscle tissue in the bladder wall and soothes overactive nerves, which are common culprits in nocturia. When these nerves misfire, they send urgency signals to the brain even when the bladder isn't full. Magnesium quiets those signals and improves bladder capacity, allowing you to sleep longer without the urge. Now here's where things get even more interesting. Pumpkin seeds contain tryptophan, an amino acid that fuels your sleep and hormone cycle. Tryptophan converts to serotonin, which then converts to melatonin, your master sleep hormone. But what most people don't realize is that melatonin plays a hidden role in bladder control. When melatonin is released during deep sleep, it triggers another hormone called vasopressin. Vasopressin tells your kidneys to slow down urine production at night. Without it, the kidneys keep making urine at daytime speed, and you keep waking up to empty your bladder. Pumpkin seeds help rebuild this entire chain. Tryptophan, serotonin, melatonin, vasopressin, leading to deeper sleep and less urine output. For diabetics, this mechanism is especially important. High blood sugar levels damage the nerves and blood vessels around the bladder and kidneys, disrupting hormone regulation and bladder sensitivity. That's why many diabetics experience nocturia even when blood sugar seems under control. Pumpkin seeds offer a natural way to reverse some of that damage by calming inflammation, restoring bladder nerve balance, and supporting hormone cycles that govern nighttime function. Here's a fun fact. Pumpkin seeds also contain phytosterols, natural plant compounds that lower inflammation and even help reduce LDL cholesterol. So not only do they support your bladder, but they also help protect your heart, a crucial bonus for anyone managing diabetes and age-related vascular concerns. And here's something that may surprise you. Pumpkin seeds may work even better than certain supplements. Unlike isolated pills, the zinc and magnesium in pumpkin seeds come packaged with healthy fats, plant sterols, and vitamin E, all of which enhance nutrient absorption and reduce oxidative stress in bladder tissue. This synergy gives pumpkin seeds a unique advantage over synthetic multivitamins, which often deliver these minerals in forms the body doesn't fully absorb and without the natural anti-inflammatory support. For best results, aim for 1 ounce, about 2 tablespoons of raw or dry roasted, unsalted pumpkin seeds in the early evening, between 5 and 7 p.m. To support your magnesium intake, begin the tryptophan to melatonin conversion and ease the bladder into rest mode before bedtime. Want a powerful bladder healing snack? Blend 2 tablespoons pumpkin seeds, 1/2 cup unsweetened Greek yogurt, a dash of cinnamon, and a few drops of vanilla extract. It's a naturally sweet, creamy, low-sugar dessert packed with zinc, magnesium, and sleep-inducing amino acids. For a vegan version, replace yogurt with almond milk and add a small medjool date for sweetness without a sugar spike. Here is a recipe you can try. Craving something savory? Lightly roast 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds with a dash of turmeric and garlic powder. This anti-inflammatory snack not only supports bladder strength, but also helps your immune system and insulin sensitivity. A myth to debunk. Some people think pumpkin seeds are too calorie dense for evening snacking, but with only 151 calories per ounce and a macronutrient profile that stabilizes blood sugar and reduces nighttime insulin fluctuations, they're one of the most efficient foods for bladder support, especially for diabetics. If you're dealing with light sleep, overactive bladder nerves, or hormonal imbalance that causes frequent urination, pumpkin seeds offer a deeply nourishing, drug-free solution with measurable benefits, all from a humble seed that's been used in ancient medicine for centuries. Quick question while we continue. Where are you watching from? I love seeing how far this video information is reaching. Type your country or city in the comments. I read everyone. Now let's move to the final nut in this powerful trio. Almonds, a sleep-supportive, blood sugar stabilizing nut that quietly protects your nerves, hormones, and bladder coordination all in one. Third on list, almonds. If you're waking up multiple times each night to urinate, despite drinking less before bed, it's a sign your body's nighttime rhythm is disrupted at a deeper level. For diabetics and seniors, this can be caused by a hidden storm of blood sugar spikes, damaged bladder nerves, hormonal misfires, and poor sleep depth. But almonds, yes, this familiar, humble nut, offer a powerful research-backed solution. Far beyond being a healthy snack, almonds contain a rare and therapeutic combination of nutrients that calm overactive bladder signals, reset your hormonal sleep urine cycle, and stabilize your blood sugar in a way that protects the nerves and kidneys, all working together to reduce nocturia from the inside out. Let's begin with one of almonds' most critical minerals for bladder health, magnesium. Just 1 ounce of almonds, about 23 whole nuts, provides 76 milligrams of magnesium, which is 18% of the daily value. This mineral is essential for relaxing the detrusor muscle, the muscular wall of the bladder, and soothing the pelvic nerves that often misfire in diabetics and older adults. When these nerves are damaged or hypersensitive due to high glucose levels, they send false urgency signals to the brain, even when the bladder isn't full. Magnesium calms this system down like a reset button. In people with diabetes, where autonomic neuropathy is common, this effect becomes crucial. The result? Fewer false alarms, stronger bladder control, and deeper, less interrupted sleep. But magnesium is just the beginning. Almonds are also rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that transforms into serotonin and eventually melatonin, your master sleep hormone. This matters more than most people realize because melatonin controls a second, lesser-known hormone, vasopressin, also called the anti-diuretic hormone. Vasopressin is what tells your kidneys, slow down, we're sleeping now, no need to make urine. Without enough melatonin and deep sleep, vasopressin release is blunted, and your kidneys keep operating in daytime mode, filling your bladder through the night. By supporting this hormonal chain, tryptophan to serotonin, to melatonin, to vasopressin, almonds help your entire body shift into proper nighttime mode, letting your kidneys and bladder finally rest. What makes almonds especially powerful for diabetics is their direct impact on blood sugar regulation. Each 1 ounce serving offers 6 grams of protein, 3.5 grams of fiber, and 14 grams of healthy monounsaturated fat, a trio that flattens post-meal glucose spikes and slows digestion. Stable glucose means less nerve irritation, less bladder wall inflammation, and reduced risk of polyuria, or excessive urine production. Diabetics often don't realize that even slightly elevated blood sugar overnight can increase urine output and trigger more awakenings. Almonds quietly smooth this curve, shielding the bladder from glucose-driven stress. In fact, one study found that type 2 diabetics who consumed almonds with their evening meal experienced up to 20% lower postprandial glucose and improved overnight sleep quality. Now here's a deeper insight. Those blood sugar benefits don't just support the bladder, they directly protect the small nerve endings and blood vessels that control urinary function. These tiny nerves are often the first to be damaged in long-term diabetes. Almonds deliver 7.3 milligrams of vitamin E per ounce, nearly 48% of your daily value, which acts as an antioxidant shield for those fragile nerve linings. They also supply riboflavin, 0.3 milligrams, and manganese, 0.6 milligrams, which support energy metabolism, tissue repair, and vascular health, key elements in bladder and kidney preservation. In addition to being a nutrient powerhouse, almonds are deeply sleep supportive. One study found that older adults who consumed almonds before bed increased their deep sleep time by up to 23%, experienced fewer nighttime awakenings, and improved morning energy levels. Researchers noted that magnesium, tryptophan, and healthy fats together enhance melatonin release and vasopressin activity, leading to more bladder stability during the night. To use almonds strategically, consume 1 ounce, about 23 almonds, between 5 and 7 p.m. Early enough to support hormonal pathways, but late enough to stabilize glucose and bladder function overnight. Choose unsalted, raw, or dry-roasted almonds, and avoid sugar-coated or flavored varieties that could disrupt blood sugar or cause bloating. Here's a science-backed, bladder-friendly evening snack. Mix 1 ounce of chopped almonds with 2 tablespoons of full-fat cottage cheese or unsweetened Greek yogurt and sprinkle with cinnamon. This combo delivers protein, magnesium, and melatonin precursors to promote sleep and calm the bladder. Prefer something naturally sweet and dairy-free? Try this. Combine 1 ounce of finely chopped almonds, 2 tablespoons of unsweetened applesauce, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and a dash of nutmeg. Stir and let it sit for 10 minutes until it thickens into a soft, fiber-rich pudding. It satisfies your sweet tooth, slows glucose release, and nourishes your bladder without triggering nocturia. Let's clear up one popular myth. Many diabetics avoid evening snacks out of fear it will spike their sugar or cause weight gain. But here's what really happens. If your body goes too long without food before bed, your liver may respond with a rebound glucose release, especially in diabetics. That spike not only disrupts sleep, but also increases urine production, adding pressure on the kidneys. A controlled low GI snack like almonds prevents this metabolic rebound, supporting both blood sugar balance and bladder function while you sleep. And here's a little-known fun fact. Almonds are one of the only nuts shown to improve sleep efficiency in clinical trials. They don't just help you fall asleep, they help you stay asleep, which is when the body activates repair processes, balances urine output, and restores nerve coordination between the brain, kidneys, and bladder. Nuts are powerful, but if you want even faster relief, here are a few doctor-recommended tips that work alongside these foods to calm your bladder and restore better sleep. Doctor-recommended tips to eliminate frequent urination. If you've added the right nuts to your evening routine, like pistachios, pumpkin seeds, and almonds, you've already taken a major step toward healing from within. But based on urologists and endocrinologists who regularly treat nocturia in diabetics and seniors, here are a few additional doctor-recommended tips that can dramatically improve results when practiced consistently. 1. Drain fluids before bed. Not all day doctors recommend front-loading your hydration earlier in the day. Drink the majority of your water before 6 p.m. and reduce fluid intake 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your kidneys time to process excess fluids before you sleep. It's not about drinking less, but drinking smarter. For example, finish your last glass of water by 7 p.m. and empty your bladder right before sleep. 2. Elevate your legs 1 to 2 hours before bed. A surprising but effective tip. If you suffer from leg swelling or fluid retention during the day, common in diabetics and older adults, prop up your legs for 20 to 30 minutes in the evening. Doctors explain that this helps shift fluid out of the lower legs, where it builds up all day, and allows it to be released before bedtime rather than at night. 3. Manage blood sugar fluctuations at night. Urologists emphasize that unstable nighttime glucose is a major trigger for nocturia. Even if you eat light, avoid carb-heavy or sugary dinners and late-night snacks. Instead, opt for low-glycemic, fiber-rich foods like a small portion of almonds, a boiled egg, or chia almond pudding. These options help flatten overnight blood sugar, protecting the nerves and bladder from glucose-driven pressure. 4. Get your magnesium and zinc tested. Many functional doctors now recommend checking for magnesium and zinc deficiency, especially in diabetics with nocturia. Low levels of either can disrupt bladder control, hormone function, like vasopressin, and sleep quality. If you're not getting enough from food, your doctor may recommend low-dose supplements, but start with food first. Pumpkin seeds, almonds, cashews, and even spinach can help replenish your stores naturally. 5. Optimize sleep environment for deep sleep hormones. Since vasopressin is only released during deep, uninterrupted sleep, your sleep hygiene matters more than you think. Doctors suggest lowering bedroom temperatures to around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius, blocking out light, and avoiding screens 1 hour before bed. Even small improvements in sleep depth can reduce urine production and night wakings. 6. Strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. Urologists often recommend pelvic floor therapy, and especially for women post-menopause and men with enlarged prostate. These muscles help support the bladder and improve control. Gentle exercises like Kegels, even just 5 to 10 reps per day, can help reduce urgency and increase bladder capacity over time. Ask your doctor or physiotherapist how to get started. 7. Rule out underlying conditions with your doctor. Finally, it's essential to consult your doctor if nocturia worsens or persists. While diet and lifestyle make a massive difference, some cases are linked to prostate enlargement, urinary tract infections, sleep apnea, or uncontrolled diabetes. A simple blood test, sleep study, or urine test can reveal hidden causes and guide you toward faster, safer relief. If this video helped you, give it a like, subscribe for more natural tips, and comment how many times you wake up at night. Your story could help someone else.